From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here at Inglewood, California. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The punter, Jack Fox, to get this one started. And here we go from L.A. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. The first carry here for Ashton Jeanty. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 22!
Another give here to Jeanty. And he cuts it back right. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Rams take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Goff on 1st and 10. He completes it in traffic. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. On the move, past the 40. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish off their opening drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions start off well to tie things 7-7. send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
White. Check. What's the bear?
To throw, Stafford. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
32.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. This one falls incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and long.
Ethan Evans.
The Rams are set to punt. Deebo Samuel deep to return this. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Cut. 20.
I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Goff working from the pistol. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
So 1st down from the 41. From the gun, Goff. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Carried first on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 1st down throw from Goff. Short pass caught by his tight end. Picked up by the Rams. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them, Kate's going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
Set. And middle.
First down throw here for Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield strike, Brock, as he's set out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
At the 50-yard line.
Monday. Kill. Hey, 50. Look at him.
Stafford now on first down. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Stafford from the gun. That's on target. Puka Nacua. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Set. Hey, 5 up. 32. Middle. Omaha, ready, blue. 20 high.
Stafford's going to throw once more. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
22.
Here's second and 10 now from the 36.
No. 59. Hey, red. Blue. 20.
Now Stafford again. Nacua here. He's got it. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two...
And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Man in motion here. To the air on first down. Here's Goff. Short pass brought in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 41-yard line.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of one. The Rams out to an early advantage. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at 2nd and 4.
180.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
180.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. He's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
We're good. We're what?
Shotgun snap here to Goff. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And the defender comes away with it. And the Rams will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Genty running right. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
180. 22.
This is Genty on 2nd. He's going to get him 7 there. It's 3rd down coming up.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Check. 280.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. That's Ferguson. He brings it in. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. A pickup of 17. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
59.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Finds his back. Kyron Williams. This one doesn't get much. Down to the 41. Taken down by the first time All-Pro. That was Kirby Joseph.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Stafford. Brought in by his back here. It's Genty. And he's taken down at the 30. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Blue 60. Hurry, blue. Hey.
Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Completed to his running back. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Gain of 15 there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Middle. Yellow 80. Yellow 80.
Stafford throwing again. And that's caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Rams pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Revis now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams double their lead to 14. Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Is that? Line 20. Is that?
Drive begins with Gibbs. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. A gain of 26 yards there. And the Lions have a 1st down.
26 yards. 1st down, Lions.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Here we go. Get up.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
180. What? What's that?
From the pistol, it's Gibbs. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
We know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
So we'll await 3rd down and 9. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Line 20. Value 3. Value 3. Go, go, go. Is that?
To the air on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run Pacheco. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Second and goal coming up from the 7. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. 3 yards on the run. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Third and goal. Defense electing to play this from the nickel. He's keeping it, trying to get it forward. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions making a one-score game before halftime. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Set. Waiting. Omaha.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And it's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now, Stafford. That finds Adams downfield. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10 from the 43.
Go 20. 32.
Stafford now. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Blue 60.
Back to the air we go on second. Stafford. Catch made to right side by Nakua. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Zebra.
It's Stafford once more. Hits his running back. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Lady. 22.
To throw, Stafford. On the move, headed right. Well, all the way across the field, and it's intercepted. And he's going to score on a pick 6. Touchdown, Detroit.
Gosh, I love that play on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception, already a terrific effort by everybody involved. But to put the cherry on top, to take it all the way back to the house, it required extra effort from everybody, and they get the job done.
And his kick is good, and what a first half that was as we officially go into locker rooms now, all tied up. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Goff back to throw. That's him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Oh, there's another one to Williams. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Here we go. 180. Mike, on that.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Goff. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two, it could have gone the other way.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion.
Listen.
Goff on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 60.
Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. McCool's got it again. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Rams have the first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
50. Double right.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
280. From Omaha. Ready, blue. 53.
Stafford's going to throw once more. Short pass brought in. They get there to take him down right around the 41.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Set. Hey, red. Zebra! Zebra! Play. Moving hot.
Now Stafford again. He finds Adams, complete. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams grab the lead on their first series of the half. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. Mevis now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams take a 4-point lead.
Lions 24.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here goes tonight. Black 20. Cut.
Goff to the air now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
From the gun, Goff. Catch made left side by Laporta. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Cut. Black 20.
Goff to throw here. It's 3rd and 2. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said and how long that gain was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends.
Now Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Now Goff. Hits him on the in route. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Short pass caught by his tight end. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here goes tonight. Ric Flair.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down.
Hold on. Check. 180.
Third and long for him here. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a lead just before the end of the third.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Fox now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. This is the end of the third quarter. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 22.
And off to Genty. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Stafford from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Stafford now on first down. Put the body on the line for his team. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Rams have the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Line up the design keeper. And he got what he could there. Call it about 4 yards on first down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
180. 53. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. He put everything he had into this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Double right.
Air it out on third. He's loaded another one up. He's got it inside the 10. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Alert!
From the red zone on first. Catch made. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams take a fourth quarter lead. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Gone. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
2nd and 4.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And off the play fake, here's Goff. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Throwing is gone. Dumped off to his running back. He's across midfield into Rams territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Sanders running dead ahead. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
On the ready.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches.
Ready, ready.
He keeps it himself. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw. Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Goff setting to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. 7 yards on that pickup. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 31. Goff on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Tight end in motion left. They're going to throw again. Goff. On him quick there, and they bring him to the turn. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I love a good bootleg just like every other quarterback does. And bootlegs are most effective, Kate, when you're running it first and you deceive that defense. But if you're not running it, or it's a poor fake, or you got a defense that is sound, or you have the opportunity to get hit in the face in less than 2 seconds, just like that.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Finds him on the slant. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now to throw. That one complete to St. Brown. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. But nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Pacheco runs it in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions have taken the lead late. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Extra point upcoming. This to put it to a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. Fox now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. Hits the 20. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. Give him 24 on that play. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
What? 20. Hold on. Check. Okay.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Underneath, it's Gibbs. And he's tackled for a short gain.
I call this best quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
This one to Williams out left side. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion. They can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route for man coverage.
70, like 20. Louis.
Here he is to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
The ball on the 13. Once again, it's 2nd and 10.
180. 17. Listen.
Setting up to pass. And he's got it. He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them, and Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions push their lead to 3.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Fox now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
0. 280.
He'll look to throw it. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down.
Like 7. Lose 60.
Back to throw. And finds Adams downfield. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. And the whistles go off, so we got a timeout. 9 seconds left in the game.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Set. Ready? Like 22. Alert.
On first down, here's Stafford. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
That is a DB's best friend's pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Set. 280. Omaha, ready to do.
Genty from the gun. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough